And as a people of God, sometimes you're in a place and the tears are flowing. And I love it because it's a different place before when you came to Christ and you didn't have the relationship with Him. Yes, and most time the tears flowed. It was tears flowing because of pain. It was tears flowing because of sorrow. There's tears flowing because of the hurt you were feeling in your heart. And then when you come to Christ, the tears start to flow for different reasons as you get closer and closer to Him. They start to flow because of joy. They start to flow because you hear Him speak to your heart. And your heart is overwhelmed with love. They start to flow because even though you're going through, you're at peace. And you're in a place where He's like, I can't understand it, Father. How I have so much peace in this time that's supposed to be so painful. And then to hear His voice speak to you and let you know because I'm with you. And you're sitting there and you're wondering, why would you be with me? Why would you still want to talk to me right now? Why would you still love me so when you seen how bad I did just this week alone? When you seen how messed up I was and how I didn't honor you the way I should have, and yet you still are speaking to me. Yet I still feel your presence. That you're not running and you're not far away from me, but you're near unto me. And then you learn when the word where it says, the Lord says, because I'm near unto the brokenhearted. And when you look at the word, you look at the world and the way they look at the brokenhearted, you think of, oh, He's near to those who are depressed. He's near to those who are lonely and those who don't have anyone, which He is. But that brokenhearted is, He says, I'm near to those who are broken from themselves. Those who are humbled by my majesty. I'm near to those who know that, Lord, not my own righteousness can make me right with you. There's nothing I can do, Father, for you to want me, Lord. So I receive that you love me despite myself. He said, I'm near to those who are not prideful upon who they feel they are in their own truth, but are humble in the fact that we know who you are, Father. And I see my ugliness. And yet, through me seeing all my ugliness, you call me beautiful. And so we become near to those who see themselves the way God sees them. Those who are in the mode of trusting and surrender. He said, I love to hear the cry of my children. I love it because it explains how in the Old Testament that Israel was in a place. And they were in a place of disobedience to the Lord. And when they were in Egypt, and they did not even know really to call out to the Lord that way. And they were in a place of worshiping false gods and rejecting Him. And they were enslaved by the Egyptians. And it said, the Lord told Moses, I have heard my people's groanings. That's to the point of they didn't even get to pray. A groan is something that's within. It's within where the Lord hears your groanings. He hears the pain before even the prayer. And that's why certain times there be things that you're like, Lord, I didn't even pray about, and yet you sent it. I didn't even pray about it, and yet you answered, but yet you knew I had this need. And He said, because I heard your groan. And that is awesome. Because when it comes to human beings, most times they got to see you crying. They got to see the visual tears. They got to hear you call out before they come and they say, hey, what's going on? If they see the smile on your face, they see always, they think everything's good. And the Lord says, yes, I see the smile, but I see the pain. I see the pain in your heart. And I know what you're looking for. I know that you want to smile on your heart, so the smile on your face is true. It's so true. And this is what the love of our King Jesus, this is what He provides. That's why he makes it so personal. He says, I knock on the door of your heart. I knock on the door of your heart. And any man, any person that will open to me, I will come in and I will sup with them. What that means, I'm going to come in and I'm going to spend time with you. I'm going to come in, it's like going out for a dinner date, and it's an intimate atmosphere. I'm going to come in and make myself known to you. And the way you're going to get to know me is you're going to know me by my love. That is why I love it. Christ makes it so beautiful when he tells you, come unto me, those who are heavy laden, those who are burdened, those who are weary, those who deal with anxiety, deal with all these things of trying to carry life. He said, come unto me so I can give you rest. And after you come to him so he may give you rest, then he's going to give you peace. He'll give you joy. He's going to put you in a place where you're right standing with the Father now. After that, his next command is not, now I need you to go out and keep everything I say to do. But his next statement after that, he says, now come and learn of me. Come and learn of me. So you can get rest unto your soul. It's a different type of rest. You can give your life to Christ, and now you're in rest of, I know that my salvation is secure with him. I know that no matter what, I'm his. When I leave this life, I'm going to heaven to be with him forevermore. He said that's the first rest. But there's a different rest. There's a second rest to my people. The next rest is while you live here on this earth, and you walk around day to day dealing with the things of jobs, dealing with the things of family, dealing with things of love, and dealing with the things of going around in the everyday struggles of life and seeing all the wars and all the stuff going on here around, that you can still be at rest. Instead of you being driven by the things moving around you, you're driven by his steady hand. You're steady, you become stabilized in him. He becomes your stability. So no matter what's going on, I just lost my job and yet I got a smile on my face. Like, how do you got a smile? Because if I lose my job, the Lord knew what was going to happen, so he had something else prepared for me. Well, it's been a month though. Things are getting tight. Well, it looks like he's working on me to learn how to trust in him better. Because guess what? The flesh is going to come and anxiety going to come and say, what if you can't pay these bills? What if you're out on the street? What if you're in a homeless shelter? What if you... It's going to come, and that's the flesh's job, is to make you doubt the king. That's its job. That old nature job is to make you try to doubt the king. Then the enemy will help send people in, and they'll say, well, it's been a month now. Oh my goodness, man. Let me tell you what happened to me after that time. Man, I ended up on the street. I was sleeping in my car. I was eating trash out of dog houses, and it's like, what? And so you bring them, and you bring the people in purposely just to pour gasoline on that fear. And guess what? You have no rest. You have no rest. Even though you're his, you're not at rest in your spirit and soul. So that's why the Lord says, how bad company corrupt good manners. What that means is the type of people I'm around, the type of people I'm keeping company with, if they're not speaking the right things, not doing the right things, is exalting the kingdom of God, those things can corrupt my mindset. It can corrupt my rest and my peace and my joy, because they speak the opposite of what God speaks. They speak the opposite of what he says and his promises. Oh, no, God, you got to go do that for yourself. God said, no, trust me. And I'll send you what to do. I'll give you what to do. I will lead your path. That's why it says, I send my spirit. When the disciples were crying because Jesus told them, I have to go. I'm coming to do what I was meant to do. I came here from heaven. God wrapped in man flesh, walked this earth sinless, and became the perfect sacrifice to redeem you back to the Father. So I'm going back to the Father to sit down on his right hand because my work is done. But don't worry. Don't worry. I will send you the Comforter. John chapter 14 and 16. He said, I will send you the Comforter. And the Comforter, he will lead and guide you into all truth. When the world and when your flesh speaks things that don't make you rest in your spirit, it's speaking lies to you. It's not speaking the truth of God, who says, listen here, I take care of the birds of the field, I take care of the fish, I take care of the creepy, crawling things. He said, if I provide for even the flowers, if I provide for the flower, he said, one flower, in its beauty, was more beautiful than Solomon. And you got to know who Solomon was to understand what he meant by that, because it was King Solomon, the richest man that ever lived on the earth. He was the one who built the temple of God from gold. Everybody came from all over the nations just to hear Solomon speak words, because when Solomon's father died, King David, and Solomon took over as the king, God said, what do you want, Solomon? And Solomon said, Lord, I want wisdom. I want wisdom because I want to know how to lead your people. And then God said, because you do not request riches, you do not request your enemies' heads, but since you requested something to honor me, to lead my people, he said, I will give you riches. I will give you peace. I will give you wisdom. So Solomon had all this wisdom. And so guess what? He walked around, since he had all these riches, because people gave him millions and millions and millions of dollars just to hear him speak. So now he's walking around, guess what, in the best robes. He's walking around in the best jewelry, the best things. He got all this beauty, even with gold, silver, all these things. And Jesus says, look here. Solomon and all the stuff he had on, he wasn't as beautiful as one rose. And Jesus said, I take care of the rose. I provide the rain it needs. I bring the bugs to pollinate it. He said, I'm the one to do all this for that. How much more are you? How much more are you? If I will take care of a rose, and I won't take care of you, and I call you my son, I call you my daughter, if I call you my child, how can I not take care of you? And see, we got to change things up, but we got to think about it from our mindset. That is like you having a mindset of saying, you would take care of your garden more than you would take care of your own child. You're like, there's no way in the world. If we needed money for food, so we can eat, and my flowers needed some food seed, some seeds to be able to feed it, guess who is going to? The money's going for my kids to get food to eat, because they are the ones. They're from me. Blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. They're a part of me. So of course, I'm going to take care of them first. He says, now listen here. If you being evil, and when you meant by this, you being evil, he meant that us dealing with our flesh. Us dealing with our flesh, even those who are not living for him. You have people as bad as Hitler. Guess what Hitler did? He loved his family. As evil as he was, he knew how to love his family. Worst part is he felt like he loved his people, the Germans. He said, now if you being evil, know how to give good gifts to your own children, how much more am I? He says, now I'm pure, I'm holy, I'm joy, I'm all those things. I am the epitome of good. As a matter of fact, the scripture says God is love. When I'm trying to find out the definition of love, God said, look at me. Christ says, look at my love. While I'm being spit on and beer being ripped and they're laughing at me. They said, you really are the Son of God, get off the cross. You save others, now save yourself. Which he could have got down. He said, I have a legion of angels waiting for my call. He said, a legion, that's over 4,000 to 6,000 angels waiting for him just to call. One angel destroyed all of Sodom and Gomorrah. One angel destroyed 2 cities. He said he had 4,000 to 6,000 just waiting for his call. Ready at arms. He says, I can tear this place up. But what did he do? Father, forgive them, for they don't understand what they're doing. Love. Love. He says, I show my love towards you. I show how much I love you. While you were yet in your sins, I died for you. While you were yet my enemy, I gave my life so you can live. Now that you become my family, how can I not provide for you? The problem just comes in when we feel like we want him to provide for us a certain way. That's where the problem comes in. Well, Lord, I know you say he'll provide, but I want this new CTS Cadillac. It's only $85,000, I only make $25,000 a year, but you know, Lord, you said you'll provide. So now we come in, the Lord says, now you seek my hand, you're not seeking my face. And we find out real fast, because guess what? Once things start acting funny, they were like, see, that's why I can't believe all of God's stuff. And God showed you, he said, because you weren't after me. You were after what I can give you. You're not looking at the fact of what I already have given you. I have given you myself. I have given you my spirit. I have given you eternal salvation in me. I have given you heaven. I have a kingdom come that will be yours. But you're looking at the Lord. beautiful stuff around you is life. And he said, when you look at those things in life, guess what you will reap? Death. Because those things are not meant to keep you. Those things are not meant to hold you. Those things are meant to corrupt. So you may be looking good for the outside, but inside is not doing nothing for your spirit. There's something about a building that's corrupted. The outside can be beautiful. And somebody says, oh, you can't go in there. It's corrupted. The wood is not good. The floor is not good. If you step on the floor, it may cave in, you may go through. The walls, you put your arms on it, your arm may go, it's corrupted. Don't go in there. The outside may be looking good, but it's corrupted. Food, when it gets corrupted, a lot of times how we get food poisoning? Because the outside look good. And we smash it. Finger licking everything. Finger licking good. And in a few hours, we're throwing up. And we're like, oh my goodness, gave me food poisoning because it was corrupted. The outside was good, smelled good. But guess what? The inside was not right. So Christ lets us know, he said, listen here. Those things, when you sow to those things that give you life, those things reap corruption. You do all that, and guess what? The more you get, the emptier you become. Because it works that way, because guess what? As the more I get, there's the less to get. So I figure I need money. So once I get money, I'll be happy. I get money and I realize I'm still not happy. Well, you know, I gotta go buy this new car. Once I get this new car, I get this new car, and I'm happy for a little while because everybody see me in it, but then the car becomes old, it's just a car. Because guess what? It's inside the same car on the phone arguing. I'm mad, I'm in this car crying. The car can't hug me back. It can't give me joy. Can't make my seat vibrate at the same time. I say, I feel you sad, I won't vibrate you back. It can't do nothing. It's like, man, matter of fact, I gotta pay this car note each month. Gotta put gas in it. Since I got a nice car, I gotta pay $300 for oil change. Man, this car, it was never meant. They don't let the car get hit. The hell outside, hell hit your car, now you got dents in it, and it costs $1,000. You like, oh my goodness. The Lord said, those things were never meant to give me joy. But Lord, I got 2,000 Facebook friends. And now all the news I go in and I read all the comments that it's feed my flesh and feed my spirit the wrong things. Horrible Monday. Why you gotta get up on Monday? I mean, wow. You know what? You turn, go down the timeline, and people got just 2 fingers up, effing everybody. You're like, what? Why? Oh, good boy. You're like, why you gotta have it up there? And it's just getting your spirit. You can't trust nobody in this life. You just everybody do you wrong. Well, it's better be alone. And you're reading this, letting it feed your mind and spirit. So now you're saying to yourself, yeah, I guess it is better to be alone, you know, because people do hurt you. What's the point? What's the point of this life? Nobody really cares. Then you got all the angry people on there. They're angry about everything. Like I said, can't drink water because it's clear. You got to drink black water because you got to be black. I hate the snow because it's snow white. White man did that. He corrupt our minds and makes us think white is better. So he controls snow. Yes, I have black snow, none but that. I don't tar on my snow. And you got just the angry, bitter people. They make everything about that. He said, where's life at? And Christ says, life is in my words. Don't let that feed you because it's feeding you poison. It's feeding you poison. No, you can't. No, a marriage won't work for you. No, nobody's faithful today. You're going to be single the rest of your life. It's better be single. Hit the club every weekend and get drunk with everybody else. And you be out there and everybody looking at you and sweaty. And you're like, man, it's just... And he said, but this is life where you got to drink a little something, kind of take you out of your right mindset so that spirit can take over alcoholism and I keep falling in things I shouldn't be doing. Waking up to things I don't want to be waking up next to. And all this stuff is happening. One day, the world said that's what life is at. Because it got a temporary 3-hour feeling good for a second, maybe, if you want to throw it up in the bathroom. And I wake up the next day now dealing with me trying to recover the next 2 days from all that poison I put inside my system. And we're all speaking within ourselves, this can't get to life. It has to be more than this to life. And Christ comes, he said, guess what? I give life. I give life, and that more abundantly. No one else in this world came speaking like that. He came saying, I give life. And I don't just give life, I give it in more abundance. I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. He said, those who die to themselves to live to me, they shall receive life. Those who live to themselves, they shall die. And most people think, oh, God just said He's going to take care of it. No, no, no. He's explaining the cause and effect. When I live to what I want, it destroys me inside. It's not giving me the life I was supposed to have. Because now I'm living a life that's based on me and my needs and my wants, and I'm living a life of selfishness. And now Christ comes and He lives a life of selflessness, where it's all about everyone else. He says, I came in the form of a servant. Here He is stepping down from heaven, and I get the choice to choose what I'm going to be. Most of us would have came down riding on that chariot. They had seen us on the horses. We came down with our hands like this, music playing behind us, and stepped on earth and stepped, and boom, everybody looked at us and says, yes, I'm here to save the world. They look, oh, we got to save you down. Yeah, some people will fight you because they don't want you to save the world. But that's what we'd be in. And we'd have had the best horses at that time. We'd have had this. Matter of fact, we'd have rode in on the biggest elephant ever, with gold diamonds all over it, even as a baby. And all those things because, and now I come for you to serve me. That would have been our mindset. But He comes and He's born in a manger, around the animals, hidden away for those who are considered nothing to see Him. It said the angels appeared first to the shepherds in the field. I love it because the shepherds represent those who will be leading His people. That's what He called Peter. When Peter came, He said, Peter, do you love me? After He came back and He rose from the grave, and Peter denied Him, and He talked to Peter privately before that. They don't say what happened, but they say He met with Peter, then He met with the 12. But then later on, when He's on the shore of the sea, and then they're out there fishing all night, and they can't catch anything, and this is after Christ's resurrection, and they said someone yells out from the shore, hey, have you caught anything yet? And they turn like, man, no, we haven't caught anything yet. He said, yo, throw your net to the other side. And they threw their nets to the other side. And they caught a boatload of fish. And at that point, John, he said, the one whom He loves. John always had to remember Christ loved him. You know, it's funny in the world, we love to boast of what we do. I love Jesus so much. No, John boasted of how much Christ loved him. John said, no, and the one whom He loves said, hey, it's the Messiah. And at that point, what did Peter do? Peter jumped out the boat, while the rest rolled in, and Peter swam to shore. He gets all the way to shore, breathing hard, and Jesus already there roasting fish on the fire. You've been working for all night what I already have for you. Isn't that what happens many times? We're working and working, trying to make sure we get on, and we get done, and Christ said, God said, I already have a place for you. You just wasted a lot of time stressing out, because you were trying to control it instead of letting me say, He has it. Then after that, He fed them. And I love it because He didn't say you worked all night for what I already had. He just said, here you go, man. Go ahead and eat. Because He make you think about yourself. Like, I just wasted all this stupid time all night. You're like, yeah. You said, like, yeah, Lord, you're right. I'm going to make sure next time I'll do better. And then third or fourth time later, still I'm going to make sure I'll do better. But another story right there. But after He feeds them, He turns to Peter. He said, Peter, do you love me? Peter said, yes, Lord. Because you may remember, Peter denied Him. He said, Peter, after He said, do you love me the first time? Peter said, yes, Lord. He said, feed my sheep. Shepherd. A shepherd is the one who feeds the sheep. He said, Peter, do you love me? He said, yes, Lord. He said, guide my sheep. He said, Peter, do you truly love me? Peter said, you know all things. Because Peter knew at that point he just liked them. And Jesus says, now take care of my sheep. It was a reason why Christ had to do that. Peter denied Christ 3 times. 3 times. He denied Him 3 times in front of everyone and ran off crying. He even let the others know I denied Him. As I said, I wouldn't deny Him, but I would die with Him. I denied Him 3 times for the rooster crowed, to the point Peter started cursing to show how much he was not a follower of Christ. And Peter ran out. And now Christ comes while all the other apostles are sitting there. He restores them. Because now, here it is, where He knows Peter's not in the place where he still needs to be, but He gives him a position of authority. Lead my sheep. Guide my sheep. Take care of my sheep. To show how awesome He is. And Peter is broken But you go back and now it shows when an angel appeared in the skies to the shepherd. And it appeared to the shepherd in the field when Christ was born. And it says the Messiah has been born. Emmanuel, God is with us. That's what's funny, because some people try to say, is Jesus Christ? We don't know if he's really God. That was the first name the angel told Mary his name would be. His name will be Emmanuel, meaning God is with us. Then you go to Hebrew, it's Yeshua. And the Hebrew translates to English as Jesus. That's how we get Jesus. And so it comes in and it lets us know that God is with them. And the shepherds go in and they see him first. And at this point, they didn't really have gifts to bear. They just came and worshiped. And then it shows later that the wise men came actually months later. They didn't show up at the same time. People think it was the same time. No, the wise men came months later. And so they came later. The ones who was able to read the stars, able to read those things, they weren't ones they were considered astrologers. I mean, what is it? Astronomy? Yes, there's astronomers. So they knew how to read the stars in time, and that's how they did it back then. Today people do it for different reasons. No, this is your sign here, Virgo, and the Bible said, nope, stay away from that, because now you're starting to deal with witchcraft. So they were actually ones that do it for like life today, the ones that have the telescopes to read it to let know what's happening with the planets and everything else. So they did to read the stars, they saw them come together. And they said, this is the first time this has happened over 2,000 years, and this is the sign of the Messiah, of the Savior of the world. That's what Messiah means. And they came. Months later, now they come. And I love it. It's a different mindset. Those who had it all come and they come bearing gifts. They come and they humble themselves. And it said they came and they bear gifts to him and they worship the king. And it jumps back, because now what happened is that when a rich young ruler, so you can see how it's all put together. When a rich young ruler came to Jesus, and Jesus, this was when he was walking around before his death, and he was on earth walking and doing miracles, and the rich young ruler came and said, hey, good master, you are good. What can I do? Me, to inherit eternal life. Jesus like, all right, here we come. Brown nosing like crazy. Brown nose. He like, okay. And Jesus like, man, okay, all right, here we go. He said, man, the law. The law says, you got to keep the commandments, love your mother, don't steal, don't lie, don't murder. Don't do those things, man, don't covet. And he didn't say don't covet, my bad. He didn't say that one. And the rich young ruler responds, I kept all those from my youth, don't know. I've not broken one, which we know is a lie. And I love how Christ does things, because he's like, you liar. He could have been like, man, you know you lying, and just called out all the sins. But he always want to make you self-reflect. He said, okay. He said, there's still one thing you lack to be perfect. Because whenever you bring your own self-righteousness to God, he's always going to bring up something you lack. Because you come to self-righteous. That's what self-righteous means. I feel like I can do it myself to get to God. So when somebody says, yeah, Christ did this part, but I got to do my part now to get to him, God said, now self-righteous just entered. And now you've fallen from grace. Because grace said, I can't do it. And the Lord says, that's why I did it for you. Now you've been exalted. Those who humble themselves, God will exalt in due time. So now the rich young ruler comes. He's come to self-righteous as ever. Pat himself. I did all that. The Lord said, okay. It's one thing you lack to be perfect. Go sell all that you have and come and follow me. Sell all of it. And we know the story. It's a rich young ruler became very sorrowful. He went from prideful to humble. And he walked away. Sad. And then after that, the disciple said, hold on. Whoa, Lord. If he did all that and he still can't get into the kingdom of God, who can get in? Jesus looks here. He says it's going to be harder for the rich to get into heaven than it is for a camel through the eye of a needle. And see, when we hear that, we like, what is that talking about? Well, how it worked when you went to certain times, certain towns back then, they had certain areas you went through, and it's considered like the eye of a needle. Those small areas were like 7, 8 feet high, and it was shaped like that. And so those are the areas the camels would have to go through. And so in order for the camel to get through the area, they have to drop on all their fours. And they'll have to crawl through to get through it. Representing they had to humble themselves. And they had to say, I'm nothing, you are everything. And they'll crawl through it. And he said, that's how hard it'll be, because a lot of times people have riches, they feel like they have it all, and they don't need God. He said, that's what riches do to you. So now the rich young ruler comes, he has all his pride, and now guess what? He has to humble himself and say, my riches mean nothing, you are everything. So guess what? What was the one thing he lacked? He coveted. He coveted. Covenant says, all my riches are mine. I don't want to give nothing up. And this thing I followed and all that stuff. The Lord said, thou should not covet. And he brought that only because a rich young ruler came prideful. And he became humble and said, it's all yours, Lord. Like the wise men, they came humble and said, we bow before you. We humble ourselves. And they said they worshiped him. And so now you get a picture of what it means. He says, no matter what, you be in a state of humility, knowing I'm in control. Knowing that I love you and I have you. And so as the people of God, we have to walk and be in that place, a place of humility. And I love it because the place of humility is so simple. It's just, Lord, I trust you. I trust your way over my way. That's what it is. I trust your way over my way. And that's the everyday question. I wake up, I'm feeling sorrowful, I'm feeling sad, and the Lord said, hold on, everything that have breath should be praising the Lord. You should wake up with joy in your heart. Your feet should be dancing. But Lord, I know you see I'm about to, and he says, I see it, but what you don't believe. That's why the song came out, whose report would you believe? Whose report would you believe in? And the old saints saying, I will believe the report of the Lord. Because I see it all happen around me, Lord, but I know you're in control. I see it where it seems like everything is falling, but guess what? If it's falling, it's because you're building something else. These are words we have to speak, and it has to become really a heart song. Not just words we speak, but it's really not true. We say, well, Lord, building something else. I hope you are, Lord, because I really don't know. You know, like they had in the movie, they say, he about to cry in the car. You're in the car like, you're outside in front of church, like, you know what, it's all right. I lost that job, you know, people acting up there, girls, family trip, but man, you know what, God got this. He has it. God's got it. God's got it. One go, you get in the car, like, Lord, you really have it? I mean, it's really falling apart, Lord. I mean, it's been a while now. I mean, what's going to happen? Lord, like, it's been 3 days. I'm going through, Father. I feel like I'm David in the cave right now. David was in that cave for months. I feel like I'm Joseph in prison. He was in prison for 21 years. And you're like, whoa, so you gonna put me through that? I don't know what you can handle, man. And the reason why I say I know what you can handle, they make the statement. They say, the Lord will give you no more than you can handle. That's actually not in the Word. It's actually not in the Bible. You will get more than you can handle if you don't give it to the Lord. What he means is that he says, you will get, when people came up with that statement saying, the Lord will give you more than you can handle.